Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be using Memento ink to ink up two different ice cream cones and two different cards. One I'm going to be doing alcohol markers with, and the other one we're going to be doing colored pencils with. So to start with, I'm going to be coloring this in with colored pencils, and I just wanted to do this to kind of compare the difference between the two to see what they would look like. So here I'm coloring that in, and then I already stamped front little like polka dot marks on the front of the other card. And we also are going to be making these into shaker cards, so that means that's why I cut an oval out of the front of the card. Next up is some trimming out that ice cream cone so that we can use it as a pop-up feature on our shaker card. Now I'm going to be inking up this cherry, which is very large in comparison to the ice cream cone, but it's cute. So we're going to be inking up the cherry, and then that's also going to be inked up in dye-based ink, and that's the Rich Cocoa from Memento. And I'm still going to be coloring this one in with colored pencils as well. So here we're coming back to that main card base again, and I cut out a piece of plastic from packaging to a rectangle or square that will fit behind that opening, and I'm using some of my Bearly Art liquid glue to glue that down to make it secure. Next up is the foam tape, so now we're going to be adding a strip of foam tape all the way around that oval that we punched out, and just try to do this all in one swoop so that it's all one continuous swoop that will hold your stuff in there better. And then also you're going to want to possibly remove the paper like protector that's on your foam tape so that you can curl it around the edge a little bit easier, make a smoother curve. And now we're going to be adding paper to the back of that, so that creates our shaker element. And now using some foam tape, I'm going to pop up that little ice cream cone into the center of that shaker element. So there's that little cherry that we previously colored in, and now I'm going to glue that down to the inside of the card. And now I'm going to be stamping out this Let's Celebrate onto a banner-like strip of paper, add some dabs of glue onto the top of the card and sprinkle over some pink glitter, and I'm done. There's the finished card, and it's super cute and sparkly. So now we're going to be moving on to the alcohol marker version. So we're going to be repeating the same techniques, but onto this new card base. This one is going to be slightly taller, but other than that, it's going to be like the same thing. And now I'm going to be coloring this in with Biennial alcohol markers instead. So that's where the big difference will come about, and in the end, we can do a comparison and see what the big difference is. And when you're done coloring them in, you're just going to want to trim those out as well. So now I'm going to be adding glue, that little bit of plastic, and then twisting my foam tape around it, adding in the glitters of choice, and then sealing that up with a bigger piece of paper onto the back so that it closes off that shaker element. And then I'm going to use some foam tape to pop up that ice cream cone, add the little cherry on the inside, For the front of this card, I decided to take a piece of paper that was ripped on one edge, so it gave it a rough finish on one edge, and I glued that down in a strip. And then I put the Let's Celebrate that I stamped out onto blue paper, and I glued that onto the front of this card. At this point, I'm going to be adding dabs of glue onto the card and sprinkling over glitter. And there is the finished card. Here are the cards side by side so you can compare and decide which one you like more. Leave that down in the comments down below which one you like more out of the two. I think I personally like the alcohol marker one more. Not necessarily because it used alcohol markers, but I think I like the color combinations I used and the thin, longer card more than this shorter one. But I think they both are super cute. So if you have a preference as to which one you like, definitely mention that down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.